So, Brandon, this
Yes,
is
Tim.
a little bit different because I played the game this time,
Uh-huh.
and this is something a little bit different. You see it?
Yeah, I see the wonderful intro to this game.
The
Does
narrator
not...
witnessed
Oh.
something sick and sadistic, so twisted,ly disgusting you should feel lucky you missed it. And then, seriously, the narrator kills himself and says, hey, sort out my mess. So, Brandon, this is Darkest Dungeon, and it's awesome. So, because the intro wouldn't record, I'm jumping right in to the intro, which is...
Oh.
Okay, so, quick summary. You and I are descendants of this guy's... The narrator's last, line. And so we're going back to our old family estate to try and fix it.
This art style reminds me of something.
Of Dark Souls, probably? It's a
What?
very
Oh.
Dark Souls.
Like, not even that. I'm talking about the actual, like, it looks like a comic, like a graphic novel of some sort.
Oh, okay.
A little bit.
So, I'm fumbling here because this game features something awesome that I didn't know where it was. You can change names. So...
You can?
Yeah, so everyone besides you and me is going to be subscribers. And
oh, that's awesome.
yeah, so I decided you were the Crusader because you're the good guy. And you can see here
Obviously.
also your personality quirks. You're a warrior of light. You're also God-fearing and a kleptomaniac, so you will steal things on occasion.
As I would normally do.
Yeah, and you will only pray for stress relief. I have a hard noggin, quick reflexes, and I am a known cheat, so I'm not allowed to gamble. I am a highwayman.
You are definitely that.
I am awesome. I have a gun and a knife.
A known cheat for
You
sure.
have a sword. I also picked. Was trying to decide who among us would be the highwayman and the Crusader, and I decided I was definitely the known cheat of the group. So the way this game works is
Brigands have run up these lanes. Keep to the side path.
So the way it works
Hamlet
is it's
just ahead.
I love the narrator, but he does interrupt me.
Yeah.
It's a side-scrolling
Dispatch this thug in brutal
RPG
fashion, that all may
that's
hear
kind of
your
roguelike-y.
Huh.
So combat's turn-based
Yeah.
and is really dependent on what position you're in. So like your guy's a frontline fighter, so if he is ever in the back, he's just like useless.
Useless.
Obliterated.
And I critical hit right off the bat and
Well,
just
nice.
show how awesome I am.
Victory!
But, so this game, I mean, this is a tutorial level, but basically, it's a dungeon crawler that hates you. In that,
Leave nothing unchecked.
it's basically, the game describes as you're making the best of a bad situation.
So Dark Souls?
Yeah, a little bit, except you have a group of characters,
Send these vermin a message.
so rather than just
The
one
rightful
person,
owner has returned,
team.
and their kind
Yeah.
is no longer welcome.
their kind is no longer welcome. The narrator says ridiculous things, but it's awesome.
Like, are these orcs?
These are actually just humans. These are like bandits around the town.
Okay. I only ask because their skin looks kind of like ripped.
Yeah, they probably look the most pleasant of things we'll fight in this game. This game's heavily influenced by H.P. Lovecraft.
Oh, that's great.
So
Is the Necronomicon involved?
maybe the story is that our friend the narrator was trying to open up a portal for untold power and succeeded, and then realized how terrible an idea that was.
Did not realize the hell he wrought.
Yeah, so this is a really intense, like, brutal dungeon crawl with a bunch of, like, Cthulhu-style monsters in it.
Yeah.
So this is just an intro that you're not supposed to be able to lose. You take a lot of damage here and get shoved to the back, which because there's only two of us, doesn't mean you're in the absolute back, like of a team of four, but not great, because now I take the brunt of attacks.
Yeah.
So these couple battles are pretty much just whatever. But this is the intro mission, and you are more than halfway dead.
Yeah, I can see that. Help me out. I don't want to die yet.
No, you're fine, because you bam, look at you.
Perhaps the turning
Yeah.
point.
And so,
Such a terrible assault.
That narrator's
cannot be
awesome.
Left unanswered.
oh yeah, and so when you take a crit, everyone gets stressed out by it. Those black circles is your stress. every character has a scale from 1 to 100, and at 100 stress,
As the fiend
things get exciting at 100 stress.
I bet.
The white circle means you're getting your stress reduced a little bit. And so it says, this chest, something looks a little off with it, and I can decide who opens it. And so I say, Brandon, you open that chest.
Of course, why not?
Oh, it's trapped. So you get poisoned.
That's great. Should have known better.
You know what? I complete the quest, doesn't matter.
All right.
But so this is a game that I picked up and I thought would be a fun game because one, it's a cool game and I wanted to show it off. And two, I wanted to include our subscribers. And also through adventuring, we both developed new quirks. You got Photomania, which makes you better in the light, and I'm Unerring, which I think means some kind of better defense. Like I can't die as easily or something.
Welcome
I like it.
Okay. So that's like one mission, and then now we come back to the town and can recruit more heroes.
That guy looks stressed.
What?
That guy, he looks really stressed out.
He's a little. I mean, he's a little bit stressed. I mean, we're a little bit stressed too.
Is he Harry? Is he Harry Potter?
Maybe.
Look at him. He's got a lightning bolt scar on his head.
So you can see in our character roster that white square under the name Brandon. That's one stress pip. So you get 10 of those.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're not too bad. You're wigging out a little bit.
Not too shabby.
Okay. So now we have 2 more characters coming in. And so for the first subscriber, most of these were randomly generated. For the first one, somebody who's commented on our videos way more than everybody else. My friend and yours, it's X Krieg.
X Krieg.
And I spent way too long on this screen because I couldn't remember how to spell Krieg, if it was I before E or not. So I just kind of pause here like, shoot. But he's a plague doctor, which means you can see his preferred position is the back row, like on the combat skill side. So he has like a bunch of like throwing plague bombs and like flashbangs and stuff.
Go X Krieg.
Go X Krieg. X Krieg's pretty cool. X Krieg does some fun things. And then the next one, after I recruit X Krieg, the next one I rolled a d20 for. I just had a list of subscribers and rolled a d20.
Gotcha.
And also you can see their quirks. So this person has Satanophobia, but they're a slugger and a night owl. And the winner was Eugenio of Eugenio's Game House. Or I think it was Eugenio's Game House. It's definitely Eugenio, though. I checked.
Good job, Eugenio. You made the cut.
So welcome to being a Vestal, which is like a cleric class. They have a mace and a lot of healing abilities.
Nice.
And each class chooses from 7 abilities. And he got like the worst 4 out of 7. You watch me just scroll back and forth because I cannot believe that somebody has been so screwed by the random number generator.
Oh,
I love you, Eugenio.
You're
but you as a Vestal is not good.
Yeah.
She's pious and unrelenting. And so you can upgrade.
That's good.
You can upgrade everything in the town. So like even if your heroes die, something good happens. So more heroes will come in now, and we can hold more people.
Nice. Now, quick question.
Yep.
Is death permanent?
Yes. If a character dies, they're just straight gone.
Okay.
So
naturally, I'm gonna die first, right?
We'll see. We'll see how you do.
I don't like it when you do that.
We'll see. You know.
I don't feel confident about this at all.
You're fine right now. You got a little bit of stress.
Yeah, right now.
You got a little bit of stress right now, but you're fine. Okay, so now there's only one mission to choose, but this is like your mission select screen, and then you choose your party, and you drag them into the bottom slots, and that's how you determine the order. So I put you and I in the front again.
Gotcha.
I look again because I really can't believe that he's been so screwed by what he's gotten, and that he doesn't have a preferred position because his skills are a mess. And so I was like, okay, put him in the back because
his preferred position.
He can at least heal a little bit from the back. And then I put X Krieg in the 3rd slot. And then you buy. The next thing you do is in a normal mission you have to buy provisions. These don't last, so you want to try and buy as much to get you through, but not overbuy because then you're wasting money. So I promptly overbuy on food by a ton.
Good.
And then I was trying to buy a shovel and the game wouldn't let me, so I was like, oh, maybe I just won't need a shovel. But a shovel sounded like a good idea because it breaks down walls.
So does your character shovel well?
He shovels very well.
Good.
So on to the ruins, and this is like our first proper mission, Brandon. Woo, get hype.
Things driven back. And what better place to begin?
So for this mission, we just have to fight all the battles.
Okay.
All the battles in rooms. Things go well for you right off the bat.
Oh my god.
And you know what? Things go pretty great for Eugenio too.
Wait, what?
So yeah, so already off the bat, you kind of see where this game stands. And then I come across an urn, and I'm like, do we want to look inside an urn with ashes? I don't know, and I just walk away in the end. I didn't want any of that, but the bag, yeah, totally. 50 gold.
Nice.
Is barely anything.
Oh, well, okay.
Like a torch costs like 100, one torch, which you can see that light meter in the top. The orange bar is our light meter, which does a whole bunch of things when it gets low.
Whoa.
Yeah, so these are
so metal.
Yeah, what I was telling you earlier with those are the most pleasant. So we start off with a grape. I shoot a grape shot and miss everything. Everyone just misses. And so I'm just like, okay, sure. You don't have like any offensive abilities, but hey, try and stun a person, which I think, nope, he doesn't even get the stun. And then I get tempting gobleted, which raises my stress. So I start to wig out. See, when you're dealing with a max stress of 100, 15's real bad. 15 gets real bad real quick. And so X-Krieg shows off like his most awesome ability. Like he's really good at fighting the back row. So he has a thing called blinding gas, which hits 2 people and stuns both of them. So both of those people will lose their turn.
Death waits for the slightest.
Oh my god, you're gonna kill me, Tim.
Did you hear? Death waits. But then you do that. That's your move, Zealous Accusation. So you just zealously accuse people of crimes so hard that they explode. That's
how I want to do things. What you got, Judge Dredd?
Death
what
waits
you got?
For the slightest lapse in concentration. And so I keep trying to use my knife, which makes people bleed before realizing that these are skeletons and don't have blood.
Oh, Tim.
So Eugenio's going to spend most of the fight healing you since you ate a crit.
Yeah. Thank you, Eugenio.
I do love X-Krieg's character looks so cool. Like, I love the way Plague Doctors look in games.
I know.
And then you zealously accuse because one guy's almost dead.
Give them no quarter.
Like, it does less damage than your normal sword swipe. But because a character was almost dead, it's just better to have you zealously accuse and then have everyone else focus a single enemy.
Yeah.
So the battle went well. You ate a crit.
Yeah.
Some people got a little stressed. Eugenio's a little worse for wear.
He's feeling the majority of the stress.
But you know what? Room battle succeeded. So we just move on to the next round. And here's a stone wall that a shovel would be nice for. And so, because we don't have a shovel, we just have to break that apart by hand. Which takes time, so our torch gets reduced. And then everyone gets a little bit hurt, and everyone gets a lot stressed.
Rely on flesh and indefatigable purpose.
You must rely on flesh and indefatigable purpose.
Man, they're wigging out, man.
Yeah, so Eugenio's halfway to Crazy Town.
Oh yeah, a little bit.
I'm almost halfway. You're doing pretty okay. You and X-Krieg, it did not bother you to do manual labor.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, so now we fight skeleton archers.
Whoa!
Yeah, the enemy, like you...
Mortality clarified in a single strike.
The enemy, like you, has better abilities in certain positions, so they're always well structured. So you kind of want to get the back to the front and the front to the back if you can.
Yeah.
We don't have any skills that let us do that, so I just have to hope to kill the front to move the back
I'm not
people forward.
doing great.
You're having some trouble.
Yeah,
But you know what? X-Krieg's gonna buy us some time with the stun. Eugenio's gonna heal you.
Yeah.
So you take a pretty good heal. And then you get to zealously accuse some dudes. And you
take that. So I'm like Ronan the Accuser.
You are exactly Ronan the Accuser. That is your name.
Hopefully there's no Star-Lords to you know,
there's
surprise break dance with me.
And I dodge, miss. Beautiful. So I am not helping out a whole lot in these.
Not really.
battles. And X-Krieg was almost dead, so he gets your heal. The heal typically meant for you.
Accuser
surges as the enemy crumbles.
Everything the narrator says is solid gold, by the way.
Isn't it? Almost as good as Bastion's.
It's a little bit more ridiculous and silly, but it so works for this game.
Yes, it does.
So now I'm agonizing, like, can I kill somebody this turn? And I don't. And he's a skeleton, so he doesn't bleed. But X-Krieg's got to cover. Boom!
Get it, X-Krieg, get it! Poof!
And now that the archers are up close, they can only bayonet jab, and it's a worthless attack. So even though our party's looking to be in bad shape, we're actually doing pretty okay.
Yeah.
And I have sick dodges.
Mm-hmm. How much does this cost you?
This cost $20.
Yeah?
Yeah. I don't know if it'll cost more when it releases, but I feel like I got my money's worth, like, already. Which I think is basically the early access policy, is treat it as though this is the final purchase and make sure it's worth that. And so I'm very happy with my purchase.
I wish other games did that.
These nightmarish
Yeah,
creatures
it would be
can
nice if
felled.
most games
They
were
can
worth the
be
price you
beaten.
pay for them.
Yeah.
So now we get a very lucky scouting, which lets me see what's ahead in the rooms. So there's the route to the left basically has no room battle, so it wouldn't help me complete the quest. So I go north because the other way would have had treasure, but I was looking at your health and I was looking at X-Krieg's health and I was like, yeah, these people aren't going to make it.
No, we wouldn't.
But I see this trap ahead of time, so you're not going to run over it, and I disarm it like a champ. I think we also see at this point, oh, I learned you can eat food to heal. And so I'm like, oh, snap, give everyone the food, because normally food is like when you're walking around, like it'll say, hey, you're hungry. You can either eat or you can take damage from starvation. Also, we came across an Iron Maiden, and I was like, should we open it? Yeah, we should. And there was stuff inside.
Aw.
That was
banned.
probably not the smartest thing. Okay, there's hunger. So you can either eat and regain health, or you take stress damage and get hurt from starvation. So you need to eat. It's not acceptable to starve in this game.
Whoa.
Yeah. Cultist, the lady in the back's the worst. She has a stressful incantation, and it does just like 20 stress damage.
Dear God.
And it's not good.
Well, your guns have been awesome, man.
Yeah. She can also pull people, so she pulls X-Krieg to the front, which means that he no longer has any useful abilities. So I have to waste his turn shuffling him towards the back.
Oh, man.
Which becomes real bad in a hurry. Because it also means that weaker characters, when they get pulled to the front, like, your character's designed to take a lot of hits.
Yeah.
And do that.
Oh, yeah.
You just take stress and eat it, because you can just accuse the hell out of people.
Mm-hmm.
But X-Krieg getting pulled to the front line was real bad for him. And then she's going to push him. I'm like, oh, great, he'll get back. No, he resists the push. That would have put him back in the right position. But I just heal him. And so now he has a couple useful moves, and rather than waste a turn, I just have him start fighting from that position, because I have a gun, so I can keep fighting from the back.
Yeah.
Like a champ.
Then we got this lady up here. Slice and dice.
Yeah. No, she's so annoying with her pushes and her pulls. Because now you have no skills. Like, now you're just in the back. It's like, great, fantastic. Brandon's useless. See, you have no abilities, so you just have to move for your turn. And so then it's up to me to save the day. My character's not as strong as yours, but he's good from way more positions, is kind of the gimmick.
Yeah.
And then Eugenio is just a back healer and has a couple of good offensive skills, but not ones that she was given innately. So she's good for the heal. And then, hey, look, wish I had a shovel.
Oh, yeah.
It's okay. Oh, Eugenio, no, it's fine, Eugenio.
So, what happens when the torch runs out?
Monsters can surprise you, which means you lose a turn, and your heroes get shuffled in position.
Oh, well, that's cool.
Oh, and I have her read a book, and the knowledge forever makes her an egomaniac. So now she's obsessed with self-worship, which can come up and is a problem. So, also...
Eugenio's almost insane.
Yeah, Eugenio's is wigging out at this point, and we have one more battle to go. And so I'm like, I hope it doesn't have stressful incantations, and it doesn't. But this battle could break Eugenio if it goes wrong. And dodge, dodge, dodge is how a mission goes wrong. So I'm praying for good, zealous accusations from Ronan the Accuser.
Now, what happens if Eugenio goes nuts?
It depends on how she goes nuts. She could become paranoid, or selfish, or abusive.
Abusive?
Oh, and she takes a crit.
That's great.
Which stresses you out, but not her.
Because I care.
Yeah, you're the good guy in our group. So Eugenio takes a turn to heal herself. But X-Krieg having stuns probably saved this mission from going just completely bonkers, because 2 people are almost dead.
I like this game's dynamic camera. Like whenever it shows which turn it is, it goes over.
Yeah, it like has like this dynamic pan. But I get a decent grape shot, which will keep us mostly in. I got worried watching it again because I couldn't remember that shield bash stuns people, and so it's terrible. I hate it so much.
I mean, as most shield bashes do.
Yeah, it should. And you get you get a solid hit on an archer.
Yeah.
So at this point, I'm not too worried about us dying.
Yeah.
But
you don't look too great.
Yeah, everyone's in danger, but there's one archer left and he's useless. So I'm like, as long as this doesn't go too bad, we should be fine. And for the most part, that's exactly what happens. Because I was like, this could break Eugenio, and I was like, we need this to end right now. But it actually went okay for a first mission. And yeah, you have great defense, so you can just take bayonet jabs all day.
Yeah.
And X-Krieg with the final kill.
As victories mount, so too.
And there's a locked sarcophagus right here at the end, so I'm like, who wants to open that?
Me?
Yeah, I have you do it. And it's trapped.
Great.
So you're bleeding, but it's the end of the mission, so what does it matter?
Bones return to rest.
There might be a theme of me having you open dangerous things.
Oh, of course, why not?
Why not? So then we get our loot and we take it back to town to try and upgrade things. And everyone develops their quirks that they got. And once again, happy with the RNG. You get speed on the first round. He becomes a warrior of light, X-Krieg. And she becomes fated, which just means sometimes misses don't miss.
Okay.
Which I don't know how you tell if this is, I assume it's kind of just like an increase in accuracy.
Affected him.
So with that mission, we unlocked the chapel in the bar, which lets us reduce stress. So now I can take my heroes, and if I have them do this, it costs money, and they're out for the week. Like, they can't go on the next mission. So Eugenio definitely needs it. She would not last another mission.
Needs some therapy.
Yeah, so I put her... she's a cleric, basically, so I had her pray for stress relief. I'm a known cheat, so I put myself in meditation because... Or no, I try it, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm a highwayman, I'm gonna go gamble. And then I'm like, oh wait, no, I can't gamble. In fact, it says security's watching, no thanks. Oh no, maybe I put myself in the bar. I thought I made myself meditate and think about my cheating.
Nah. Drinking's where it's at.
And so then I can't decide between you and X-Krieg, because me and Eugenio were wigging out. And so I was like, let's see who our new heroes are, and that will decide who goes and who who has to take another mission out. And so we get Plague Doctor, and Bounty Hunter. So it's like, well, I don't need 3 Bounty Hunters, so Brandon's going back out.
Yay!
Yay! But first we have to name all of our heroes. Because the adventures of Lackerville and Berrien are not terribly exciting. So again, rolling the D20.
Yeah.
And we will get Anne or On. I didn't use their full name because it's a Google Plus name, and I didn't want to just give someone's full name.
Probably not.
But they hate low light, and they are a ruins explorer, which makes them better in the place we just were. So that's kind of nice. That's pretty decent, because we will be in the ruins for a while.
What better laboratory than the blood-soaked battlefield?
Yeah, no, everything the narrator says is just magical.
I love it.
And now we have a bounty hunter, and bounty hunters are kind of good at like fighting one single enemy.
Yeah.
Like they can mark someone for death and then do a ton of damage to that one enemy. So like they're really good at bosses. And this is another Google Plus name, so it's just Alejandro.
Bleep this out if it's right. Is it more?
Oh, I think so.
That's my friend Alejandro.
Yeah, I think that's exactly who it is.
All right.
I mean, if he doesn't care, you can say his name on camera. I just wanted to give people the benefit of that. And then I accidentally don't save the name, so I have to retype it. Hooray for... The input's really weird. Oh, and so he has... It's hard to... Like, when he's almost dead, he gets a little bit better. And I think... What's that last... I can't remember what his negative quirk is.
The thrill of the hunt. The promise of payment.
And then one more Plague Doctor. This one's more. This one bleeds easier, and is afraid of unholy things, but has like a better crit chance, I believe. And this is Thunder 28X.
Thunder!
Yes. So looking at having, it's either send you on a mission and have 2 Plague Doctors, or send X-Krieg on a mission and have 3 Plague Doctors. So it goes to you. You get to go on the next mission. As with a bunch of unexperienced rookies. So the inputting for names is just really weird. So I messed it up, and this is not the last time I mess it up either.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, Tim, I've come out of sync from what you're looking at.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that's not good.
No, I mean, I basically don't actually get into the next mission. I just wanted to show the naming of the next people and point out that, hey, Brandon, you get to... I put X-Krieg in the gambling hall because I want him to gamble in my stead since I'm a known cheat. And then I basically prep the next mission at this point, which I didn't intend to have it this far in anyway, but... No. Hey, so if you watch this and enjoyed it and want to be on the list of potential dungeon crawlers, subscribe. Hit that subscribe button and be on the list of people who may or may not succumb to insanity and or death.
Hopefully insanity first, so let's have some fun before
Insanity's more exciting.
Yeah.
But you know what? It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine when we watch the next series where Brandon goes out with a bunch of newbies. So look forward to that. Alrighty. Thanks for watching.
I'm looking forward to it already.
Boop.
Woo-hoo.